Yes. What is the mistake here? What is the mistake, Asaram? What is the mistake there? Nothing mistake there. What's your problem? What problem are you facing? Tell that. Got it now? You're not getting the values, huh? Tell me fast. You got the output. What is that? You're not getting the values, huh? You written here, written EMP. Where did you capture it? You did not capture the value. Without capturing the value, you're calling emp.str, emp.intid, and why will it print here? You should capture, na? Where is EMP? Okay, EMP details is your class. And you mixed up, you written something nonsense there. You defined something somewhere. And see, when you define this class, this method should be here, not here, but you written there only. The results are not captured. That's why you did not get the output. See there. You need to capture it and use it. You're returning and typing whatever you want there. You should capture it first now. That's what you need to do. See, Chandrasekhar, cannot repeat the whole class, yesterday's class brief out, sir. You have a doubt, tell me, I'll explain you what is that. That's all. Repeat the class means I can't tell you the whole class again. See, he has came out with a problem, I'll tell you what is the mistake there. But without that, repeat the whole class means I can't do repeating the whole class again. Where you have a doubt, tell me. That's why I asked you. Any doubts yesterday, I asked. If you have any doubts, point and tell. I have a question, confusion there, sir. I'll clarify that. Okay. So last day, what we are talking about? Three types of parameters, right? What are the three? Input, output, in-out. What is the default? Default is input. The default is input. We have input. Second option, output. Output parameter, what I say? Output parameters are basically used for sending results out of the method. Output parameters are used for sending results out of the method. If at all you want to send the result out of the method, then we just go for using the output parameters. Okay. So how do you do that? Let me add a class here. We'll name the class as output parameters.cs. Output parameters.cs. Okay, look. Now, in this, let me define a method. Last class I explained you a public void. I'm writing a method called math1. Int a comma, int b comma, out int c comma, out int d. Did you understand? You're passing a and b as an input and you're receiving c and d as an output. What do you write here? C is equals to a plus b and d is equals to a into b. So you have sum and product. And guys, then are we using return types or output parameters now? Come on. Return types are output parameters. When you're using output parameters, I don't again require to say return there. I don't again require to use return there. No need to write return because already these parameters are declared as out. So they will automatically send the result as a output. You don't require to use a return statement. Okay, the method ready. Now let's call static void main. Now see, how many results are you? Okay, first create the instance of the class. Output parameters obj is equals to new. Okay, done. This two. Come on. Tell me, how many results the method is going to send you back? How many results the method is going to send you back? Two. What are the two? Sum and product. C and D are sum and product. To be clear, correct? Now you need to capture the two values now. To capture the two values, first you are required to declare two variables, sum one, product one. I declared two variables, sum one and product one. Now call the method. How to call? Obj dot. What is the method name? Math one. 100. It's input parameter na? First one is input parameter. So when I use 100 there, the value will go as input to A. The value will go as input to A. Now I'm passing 25. The value 25 will go as input to B. Now tell me, should I send an input to CR or receive the value from the CR? You want to receive the value na? To receive the value, here I'm writing out sum one, out product one. So now at the time of calling also, we should say out there to tell I am not sending a value. It is a output parameter which will receive the value. Are you clear? You notice it, sum and product one are not initialized at all, correct? But see, after the execution of the method, if you guys observe, sum of the given two numbers is plus sum one and product of the given two numbers is product one. Sum is sum one and product one. Okay, come here and run. What's your code? Oops project dot output parameters is our class name. Oops project dot output parameters. Watch it, guys. Got it? You got your result or not? 125, 2500. Understood? And what is the problem I said, you guys? Return types can return only one value. But now output parameters returning one value more than one. It's not like two, guys, 3, 4, 5, 10, 20. Choice is yours. You can return any number of values in this sequence. There is no restriction at all. Any number of values can be sent as output parameters. Understood or any confusion? All of you. Okay, see. Again, I'm telling you, the value 100 goes to A. The value 25 goes to B. But here the value of sum one and product one will not go to C and D. They are waiting for the results. They are waiting for the results. Output parameter. See, input, output. See, yesterday I given you one example. Remember, server. The server brings you the food first. First, the server brings you the food. And in the last, the cleaner takes the plates. Yes or not? Both will happen at the same time. One will bring the food and immediately second one will take the plates. One will bring the food. You eat the food. Now the cleaner will take the plates. So exactly, first these two values will come into the method. The method executes. Once the execution is completed, these two will contain the results. These two will receive the results now. So sum is captured here, product is captured here. Clearer? Next. Let's see. To capture the results, we declare two variables here now. I'm talking with you only. To capture the two results, we declare two variables here. Why? Because two results will come. We need variables here. Otherwise, where will the value sit now? To capture them, the two variables are declared. Okay. You declared here and you have used them here. You declared here and you have used them here. But look at this, all of you. In C sharp, just a second. In C sharp 7 version, they added as a new feature. What is the feature is, look at this, obj.math1. I'm calling the method for one more time, passing the same. If you want change the values, no problem, comma. You want two variables to capture the result now. The two variables can be directly declared here only. This is a new feature that was added for us in, first out int sum1 and out int product. Sum1 and sum2 product 2. You can declare the variables on the same line. Again, no need separate declaration. Means you don't require to declare it separately and consume it. The declaration can be done on the same line. This is a new feature that has been added in C sharp 7.2. This is the old style of calling. This is the new style of calling. I'll get the same result only here. No difference in the result. See what I'm printing? Sum to product. See the output? Same only. But two ways of calling. This is the old and this is the new. Okay, now. And it's the same thing we have done that day on the parse, try parse method. Go and check it out, the try parse, how I called it. On that day I declared out event X. Out event X. Go and see. What's a folder? Declaration done on the same line. We did not declare it separately. See, got it? Possible from which version? From C sharp 7. From C sharp 7. If you're working from C sharp 7, that particular feature gets enabled and you can just capture it on the same line. No need a separate declaration to be used here. So directly on the same line only declaration can be done. So two ways of calling it. They're variables here. You can't use sum1 and product 1 also out of the program. And you're talking about sum2 and product 2. Sum1, sum2, product 2. Can I use out of the method? Tell me. Sum1, product 1. Can I use out of the method? They're variables. You can't use out of the method. And Sanjay, you're asking about out of the class. Out of the method only not possible. Why you'll go out of the class? Sum1 and sum2 are also local only. Sorry, sum1 product 1 also variables only. Sum2 product 2 are also variables only. The scope is within the method only. Got my point? Both are local only. Both are within the method only. Declaration, no need to separately write. You can write on the same line. But in both cases, scope is same only. Don't talk about at the scope. What is the difference in that? Option is there, simplified version. Again, declare and consume. Straight away declare out of that. This is easy now. Declare on the same line only. That is the advantage. That's all. Nothing more than that. Okay. Coming back, why did you write this method like this? Why did we write the method like this, guys? Because yesterday we discussed like we cannot write the method using a return type, correct? Yesterday we discussed like public. First we tried like this only. Public int some name math2 int a comma int b, and then I said you c is equals to a plus b, d is equals to a into b, return c, return d. What is the problem I said you here? You're using return c, you're using return d. One sit in the front, one sit there. Okay, return C and return D. When you say return C, it's a jump statement. Because it's a jump statement, what will happen? It will jump out of the method. It will jump out of the method. So return D will never execute. Got the point or not? Return D will never execute. The statement return D will never execute. So it is a unreachable statement. It is a unreachable statement. So what you get is only one result. What is that? Sum. But you won't get the product. This is a drawback I explained to you in the last class, remember? We have this problem in C language, C++ language, Java language. In all languages, we have this problem. What is that? A method can return only one result. Are you clear? Tell me confidently. But when you come to C Sharp, in C Sharp 7, they added as a new feature again. In C Sharp 7, they added as a new feature here again. What is the new feature? The new feature is from C Sharp 7 onwards, you have an option of returning more than one value also. From C Sharp 7 onwards, you have an option of returning more than one value also. What I'm returning, say, int comma int. Come here. Don't write two return statements. Don't write two return statements. Simply C comma D. Take a chair from that corner. Return C comma D. You can see there. Understood? I don't have two return statements. Two return statements cannot be used. Why? Every return statement is a jump. If I use one return, second return won't execute. One return only, but that return only is returning two values to you. C comma D. This is again a new feature that has been added in C Sharp 7.0. Are you clear? But yesterday you said you can't define it. Yes, yeah, we can define it in the old versions. Nah? From there I came. C language is not possible. C++ not possible. Java not possible. Until C Sharp 6 also not possible. From which version is possible? C Sharp 7 version is possible. Okay? Watch it, guys. Public void. Sorry. Public int, comma int. Math 2. And one more thing I want to tell you. It's not like you should take only int. You can take int float, int string, double float, whatever you want. No restriction. Not only 2, 3, 4, any number of allowed. See, I want to return one int, comma, one string, one float, one bool. Possible. Clear or not? Possible. It is possible. You can return now. Because you're working on C Sharp 10 now. And this feature was added in C Sharp 7. So now what is the requirement? I want to return two integers. Int, comma, int. Int A, int B. Simply what you'll say? Int C is equals to A plus B. Int D is equals to A into B. Return C comma D. Two values are getting written. So how to read them? How to read this? How to capture the values? Yeah. Let's see how to capture the values. How many values the method is returning you? 2. Means you need two variables also now. Declaration also should be done like this only. Are you clear? If your method is returning one value, you are declaring one variable and capturing now. Yes or not? Now your method is returning one value or two values. Then declare two variables now. But to say these two are, you should put a brace. You should put a brace and you should declare it. Because here also we use the brace now. The same thing only here also we're doing. Okay. Now when you call the method, the first result will come to sum 3. Second result will come to result 3. Reprint. What to print? Sum 3. Result 3. Same output only. Mistake. What is the mistake? Oh, I said result 3 here. Okay, no props. product 3. Name changed. Same output. Understood all of you? Okay. You can even do like this. You can even call it like this. Okay. Without declaring tomorrow, if 10 values are threatening, 10 variables I should declare. To simplify this, we have an option. What do you know? You can declare like this. Where this is another way of declaration. Use the where keyword and directly say the variable names. Use the where keyword and directly say the variable names. That's all. Sum for product 4. Printing your sum for and printing your product 4. See here, one method only I shown you writing in 2 ways. The 2 methods are same only, but writing in 2 varieties I shown you. One is up to 6.0 and one is from 7.2. First method works in all versions. Second method works only in from 7.2. Okay. And now each method calling I showed you in 2 different ways. First method calling I shown you 2 ways. See. This works in all versions, but this works only in from 7.2. Okay. And second method calling 2 ways. Second method was option was available from 7.0, calling also from 7.0 only. There is no difference here. Both these 2 are same only here. Different varieties of calling. I written you 2 methods in 2 different varieties and I shown you 2 ways of calling each method. 2 ways of calling the first method I shown you and 2 ways of calling you the second method also is shown. So if you are working in the latest version, which one do you follow? First process, second process? Huh? Come on. Second process. See, what came in the new is always the advanced. 7.0 it came is always the advanced. What came new is always advanced. Okay, here also. When you're calling, you follow which process? First one or second one? Now also second one only. Now also second one. Here also, second one is easy. Yes or not? Second one is easy. Okay. So that's what you just require to follow. What is easy? That's what we follow. Can I return multiple generic list? Yes, you can return. You can return. Okay. So this is about the output parameters. So in this process of explaining the output parameters, I also said you one more new feature here. Basically, we call this as tuples. We call that as tuples. Tuples is the mechanism of returning more than one result from a method. It's a mechanism of returning more than one result from a method. How many can I return? No limitation, guys. But in our older languages, how many values can I return? One only. Means mainly I can have one return statement here. Mainly I can have only one return statement. And in the older languages, this one return statement is capable of returning only one value. But now also we have one return statement only, no 2 return statements, one return only. But this one return is capable of returning you more than one value. And if it returns like this, we call it as tuples. Okay. So we can just observe this, guys. Yeah. The first thing I was giving an explanation here is about output parameters. To test output parameters, you're adding a new class in the project. What is the name of the class? Output parameters.cs. You just defined a class called output parameters.cs and write the below code. Yeah, this is a code, guys. All of you have a look. Internal class output parameters. First method, math1, int a, int b, out int c, out int d. C is equals to a plus b, d is equals to a into d. Second, introduced in C#7, that is tuples. The second way of writing the code. Okay, now Next, come to main. Created the instance. First way of calling. Declare the variable separately and substitute the two variables here. Second way of calling. Declare the variables on the same line. Again, it's a C#7 feature. It's a C#7 feature. Finally, two ways of calling math to also. One, declare separately. Two, declare using var keyword. Just use the var keyword and declare it. Two ways of calling it. Read that. Okay, now, how many values can I return? What? There is no limitation. Minimum one. Sorry. Minimum two. Minimum one means no need tuple na. Minimum one is already we have. Minimum two. Maximum no limit. Any number you can just use in this place now. Okay. What next? Only one thing still. We have one more thing. Inout parameter. What is inout I said you? The same parameter will first bring a value inside and the same parameter will carry a value outside. See here, A and B are bringing the values. C and D are carrying the results. In output parameter, there is no need of declaring C and D. Declared C and D, na? So you're again asking no need to declare C and D. Declared here C. Out into C, out into D. Already declared now. How many times you will declare? You declared there already. Okay? Yeah. What is the third thing is in-out parameters. What are in-out parameters? I said you an example also. In the modern, in the cafes and all, you will not have separate people to bring the food, serve the food first and again take the plates. The same person will serve the foods for you, and once the food completed, again the same person will remove the plates and take them inside the kitchen also. So it is only one person doing both the jobs. In-out is also same. First, the parameter will bring a value inside. Execution completed now, the same parameter will take the result out of the method also. That is what we call as in-out parameter. Okay, now. I'm writing a class here. What is that? In-out parameters.cs. In-out parameters.cs. I'm doing a simple method, guys. I'm defining a simple method. What is the method? You know, I want to define a method called factorial. I want to define a method called factorial. If I send a number, that should send me the factorial back. If I send 5, it has to send me 120. I'll send a number that has to send me factorial. If you want to define this with in-out parameter, listen, if at all you want to define with in-out parameter, how do you declare? How do you write? Public void factorial. First, int A. Yes or not? Int A out int B. Now A brings the value, B takes the value. A will bring the value inside and B will take the result outside. But what are we learning is a new different concept called in-out parameter. Means we don't have 2 here. How many you will have? 1 only. That only will bring, that only will carry. So watch what to do. Don't declare 2 things here. Simple. That's it. Out is to tell that is output. Ref is to tell that is in-out. Input plus output. Both the combination means first this A will bring a value and again A will only take the value. A will only take the value. So how do you write the logic? Watch it, guys. If what is the factorial of 0? Factorial of 0. Factorial of 0 is 1 here. You forgot mathematics, I think. Factorial of 0 is 1. Factorial of 0 is 1. Factorial of 1 is also 1. See, I'm writing a condition here. If A is equals to 0 or A is equals to 1. What should I send? 1 only, na? For 0 and 1, what is the result? 1 only. I need to send 1 outside. Am I correct? Respond here. I need to send 1 outside. Correct or not? The final result is assigned to A only. That only I'm telling you. A only will take the value outside. Who brought the value? A. A only will take the result also. So the final result should be assigned to A only. That's all. Don't say return. To say return, where is return? You have void there. You can't use return there. Got the point? So what to do? The final result means if you send 0, I'll assign 1 to it. If you send 1, then also assign 1 to it. Okay? Now see, for 0 and 1, the code is done. Suppose if the value is 5. Suppose the value is 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 something. We need to do some calculation now. It is 5. What to do? 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. Okay? So that's why I'm coming to the else part now. When will it come to the else part? We'll do one thing. We'll use a uint, guys. It's better. We'll use a uint. So there is no chance of negative numbers. What you get is only positive integers. Okay. Else. Come to the else part. In the else part, what I'm doing, when will it come to else part? From 2 onwards, it will come to else part. From 2 onwards, it will come to else part. Okay. I'm writing a for loop here. See. For int, not int, uint again. Uint I is equals to, I'm starting from 2, guys. Array, from 2 only you'll come here. I'm starting from 2. Okay. I less than or equal to A. Perfect. I less than or equal to A. I plus plus. Means suppose you understand A value is 5 now. Loop runs from 2 to 5. Loop runs from 2 to 5. A value is 10. Loop runs from 2 to 10. Okay. You're writing the loop. Spelling mistake. Uint I is equals to. Now inside of it, I need to do my calculation. Okay. Let's do. Just all of you observe it. Here, I'm declaring one variable result. What is the value? 1. 1 is the value. Now here I'm writing result is equals to result into I. Tell me guys, what is the initial value of result? 1. Suppose A value is 5. Loop runs from 2 to 5. Correct? Loop runs from 2 to 5. Now analyze yourself. Result is 1. First term I is 2. First term I is 2. So 1 into 2, 2. So result is 2. I is 3. 2 into 3, 6. Result is 6. I is 4. 6 into 4, 24. Result is 24. I is 5. 24 into 5, 120. That's all. 2 to 5 only, na? Depends. 2 is the minimum here. Maximum there is 5 or 10, na? The value you go. 120. So finally result contains 120 in it or not? Can result return the value? Can result return the value? No. Who has to return the value? A only should return the value. That's why once you complete your loop execution, finally what you say, A is equals to result. A is equals to result. See, here also you assigned value to A, and here also you assigned value to A, because A only is capable of taking the value outside. That only will bring, and that only will take the value. So did you understand the logic? Come on confidently. If it is 0 or 1, what I am returning? 1. If not 0 or 1, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. I am writing a loop now, running the loop and doing all my calculation. Final result is assigned to A, because A should be taking the results outside. So can we use return type for ref? You can use return type for ref also. See, they are not related. You can use, say, I want to say some boolia. You can. Possible. Last class I said you na. Array, try parts will return two things. You can do, not an issue. Static void main. What's the class name, guys? In-out parameters. Obj is equals to new in-out parameters. Console dot readline. Okay, leave this. Fine. What's the method name? Factorial. What's the method name? Factorial. All of you carefully observe. I'm declaring one variable uint f. What is the value? 5. Uint f5. Okay, concentrate on that. Now I'm calling the method obj dot factorial. See, already AI is writing up the code for you. See, what is that? Ref f. See, earlier we said out. Now it is ref. Now what is FVR? What is FVR? 5. You're clear now? F value is 5. So all of you concentrate on this. Console dot write line value of f before execution of the method. Come on, what is the value of f before execution of the method? 5. And the same thing I'll copy, I'll paste here, and I'm writing after execution of the method, and you guys can observe the method name is in-out parameter. Run and see the result. What is that? Product file in-out. Oh, sorry. Spelling O capital. In-out parameters. Thank you. Check out. Did you notice it? Earlier, what is the value before execution? 5. After execution, 120. After execution, the value became 120 because that is only getting the value back again. Debug here. Debug your code. That's what I'm telling you. Any confusions on the code? The solution is debug. Place a breakpoint here directly. I said to you, directly using mouse, you can build a breakpoint. Node F10. Directly go there, click here, breakpoint is break. Run. Guys, observe. What is the value of I? Put your mouse there. It will tell you. Just a second. I value is 5 now. Now the condition true or false? Condition false. So comes to else part. Came to the else part. Declared variable result. Now the loop is running. I is equals to 2. Condition true? Yes. 5 na 2 less than 5. Now coming here. Result is 1. I is 2. I is 2. Finally result is 2. Loop running now. I became 3. Condition true. Result is 2. I is 3. And now the result is 6. I is 4. Condition true. Okay. Result is 6. I is 4. I is 4. If you put your mouse on the multiplication symbol, it will tell you final result also. Result into I 24. That also will show you. Now again 24. Again I plus plus. I is 5. Condition true. 24 into 5. 120. I plus plus. I is 6. Condition false. Comes out. What result contains? 120. What A contains? 5. It is assigning the value. Now see, assignment completed. A is 120. Earlier A is 5. Now A is 120. And now that 120 comes back to your method. The 120 comes back to your method. Now your F is 120. Okay, now F is 120 and just prints you the result on screen. Before execution, after execution. This is the result. So I shown you all the three different types of parameters. Any confusion? What are the three? What are the three? Input, output, in-out parameter. Input parameter, output parameter, and the in-out parameter what we have. Remove here. There is a silly question, sir. Single statement. Can I remove the braces? You know that now. Again, why try? Ask something going to be logical here. Simple, silly questions you're asking. Are these braces important? I said to you already. Single line of code. Braces are optional. They are things what you should try. Something logical ask here. Okay, fine. So you can just okay. All the three options what I shown you: input parameters, output parameters, in-out parameters, and coming back. I'm explaining about the parameters to you in the last session. Sorry. Yeah. Understood this one? Come on. Ref or out. Next. We know that type name, parameter name. See, for math one, we passed 4 parameters. A, B, C, D, like this n number of parameters you can pass for it. So still what to learn? What is params and what is this is equals to default? What is this is equals to default? Can we use read only with ref parameters? If you use read only, how will it be modified here? You're asking, can I use read only, sir? If it is read only, how will it modify? What is the meaning of read only? You understand English now? Read only. Read only means non-modifiable. You can read only, you can't write. Then how will it modify? I will use ref now. Ref will modify na. What is the concept of ref? It will modify inside the method again. It will modify inside the method again. Then how do we use it? Okay. Fine. Yeah. What we are talking? Let me explain you this also. Params as well as default value. Let's start with params. Let's start with params. Guys, I'll do one thing. Add a class. I will name the class as something method parameters.cs. Method parameters.cs. Okay, look at this. If at all, you just, I'm writing one method. What is the method? Public void add params. The method name is add params. For this, I'm passing a double array as a parameter. For this method, what I'm passing means if you pass a array of values, it will add all the numbers and tell you the result now. Array can contain how many values? General question I'm asking. How many values can an array contain? N number, yeah. N number. Yes or not? If I give an array of values, what the method has to do? The method has to add all the things and tell me the final result. Did you understand the requirement? I'll send an array and you should print me the sum of all the numbers in the array. How many values will be in the array? I don't know, and I don't require to know also. There may be 2 values, there may be 100 values, there may be 1000 values. None of my business. What is my job? Add it and print the result. Got it? Okay. Now the values will come to the method as an array. The values will come to the method as an array. What I want to do? Add all of them. Okay, come on, watch first. I'm declaring a double variable here. What is the name? Sum. Value 0. Now, for each double ARG in ARGS. What I'm doing? I'm picking one by one value from the array now. I'm picking one by one value from the array. What is the ARG, guys? Well, not array name. Yeah, ARGS is array name. Array, that's a variable name. Yeah, your own name, whatever you want to give that. That's all. That's what I'm telling you. Variable. Array name is ARGS. This is the variable name. You give whatever name you like. That doesn't matter at all. Okay. Now inside I'm writing sum is equals to sum plus ARG. Now tell me, guys, in the process of execution of the loop, what happens? One by one values picked from the array and added to sum now. You passed 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. First time 10 is picked. Added to sum. 0 plus 10, 10. Second time 20 will come. 10 plus 20, 30. Third, 30 plus 30, 60. 60 plus 40, 100. 100 plus 50, 150. Once the loop execution is completed, this will contain the sum of all the numbers. Yes or not? I already explained you this code to you here. You're putting blank pages. I shown you with the string array. Na? Last week I shown you already. Not last week. In this week only, starting of the week I shown you. Okay, last week I think. Last Saturday only I shown you. I remember. So what is that? We just used the string array, command line arguments and added all the things. On that day, you got the values as a string array. That's why, again, you written one more statement there, double dot parse off. But today the values are coming as a double array only. So no need any conversions required. So once execution completed, what will sum contain? Sum of all the numbers in the array. Sum of all the numbers in the array. Now come here and write console dot write line. Guys, look at it. I'm using a dollar sign and writing sum of args dot length. Numbers of the array. Array, how many are there? I don't know now. You send 5 values. So what will print you? Sum of 5 numbers in the array. 5 numbers in the array is sum of 5 numbers in the array is. What should come? Sum. Will print you. You pass 5 numbers, it will tell you sum of 5 numbers. If you pass 6 numbers, it will tell you sum of 6 numbers. Finally, the result will come. Okay. Now write the main method. Write the main method. Create the instance of your class. Okay. Next. Let's call. Concentrate on this, guys. I'm calling it obj dot add params. What does the method expect? Double array. Why you're reading double? It's a double array, not double. Double means one value. Array means multiple values. Okay, it is taking a double array. So what should I do now? Because it is taking a double array, to call this method, first I should declare a array, and in the array I need to store all the values. I need to store all the values in the array first. See now, I declared an array with how many values? 3 values. Now come here and pass D1. Directly you cannot call, guys, because the method expects an array. So what is your job? First to declare a array and now store the, pass the array there. Okay, run your code and see the output. What is the name, guys? No. Class name here, not method name. Class name is method parameters. Okay, run. Got it, see. Sum of 3 numbers. Sir, I want to pass 5 numbers. Pass it here, no problem, see. Double. D2 is equals to, pass it, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Obj dot D2. Got it? Choice is yours. Here you passed the 5 numbers. I wanted to pass 7 numbers. Any number, I said your choice. But what is the problem, It's executing fine. Very good. Excellent. I'm getting the output, what I'm expecting. So I just wanted to call it for one more time. Double array D3 is equals to, I'm passing one integer and I'm passing one double. And again, I'll say obj dot add params of D3. Okay, now you got your result. So now it is 2 numbers only. Now it is 2 numbers. So you can add all integers, all decimals, or integer decimal combination, whatever you pass, it's your choice. Because I taken a double, anything is supported. Now, everything is fine here. There is no issue with this. But problem is, to call this method, first I should declare an array and pass the array here. Are you getting my point? With individual values, see in the previous examples here, you passed 4 values. Directly, you can pass off all the things here now. Yes or not? But when you come here, what should I do first? Should declare an array and pass it. Can't I directly pass the values? No, you can't. Why? The method expects a value of type array. What type of value? Array type. Shall I directly pass and try? Who will directly pass and try? I'm just trying to directly pass. Means without this D3, I'm directly passing. Deleted the array. But error coming there, see? All of you, can you notice? Red line. Can you see all of you? Red line. What is that? Error here. Why error? The method expects an array and what are you passing is individual values. No, that is also not the problem. The method basically takes only one only, but what are you passing is 2. Array, how many parameters the method has here? 1 array. Array contains multiple, but array is one only, na? But what are you passing? 2. What is it telling you? There is no method which is taking 2 parameters. And there is no method which is taking 3 parameters. There is no method which is taking 5 parameters. So now we'll have a doubt. So it is telling there is no method which takes 2 parameters, but there is a method which takes 1 parameter, na? Yes or not? When I pass a single value, obj.add params, and I'm passing only single value, guys. Only single value. Now also I'm getting error. What is the error now? The error now is double cannot be converted into double array. You are passing a double. What I'm expecting is a double array. Are you clearer or not? Okay. You went for a restaurant and asked for a biryani and he brought you noodles. Will you be okay na? What you ask, that is what it has to be served. Not what he likes. So what is expected? Array. What are you passing? Individual values. It won't accept. It's not going to accept. Did you understand the problem? Tell me. Okay. So every time, what is my job? Create array first and pass the array. Lengthy process here. Again, array should be created, passed it. To simplify this, come back and to the method. Before this, write params and run the code. It executes. Watch the output. You got it. Got your output? No error anywhere. There is no error. Nothing error. Compile. See there. No error. What happens here? It will build the array implicitly. It will build the array implicitly. I don't require to create it. Provided the params keyword used. Provided the params keyword used here, it will build the array automatically. Means this, it will take these values, guys. All the values are converted into array now and used by the method. All this happens if at all you write the params keyword. Understood the simplified version now? Which one is easy? Building arrays or simply using params and passing the values? Use params and pass the values. You know this one? Unknowingly, we have used this feature already. Unknowingly, we have used this feature already. When, sir, when did we use? One day, to print the sum of three numbers, we written this statement, do you remember? Console dot write line, sum of, and is. Afterwards, you written here D1, D2, D3. D1 value goes and sits in the 0, D2 value goes and sits in the 1, and D3 value goes and sits in the 2. We learned about this calling, remember? But now in the latest version, we have a simplified version. So one day only I shown you. Later on, we just started using $sign and return. That is the latest string interpolation. Okay, but we have this feature like this I can print. Now all of you look at this method. See, write line is a method. You're calling this method. How many values are you passing to the method? Tell me for that one only. For that only the question is, how many values are you passing to the method? Wrong answer. What is my question? Louder, open the mouth. How many values are passed to the method? Then why are you telling how many values are substituted in the string? What is my question and what is your answer? You're telling the number of values substituted in the string. 3 values are substituted. My question is how many values are passed to the method? 4 values are passed here. First value, second value, third value, fourth value. 4 values you are passing to the method. I did not ask you how many values are you substituting in the string. Did I ask you how many values are substituted in the string? What I asked you? How many values are passed to the method? How many? 4. Clearer or not? See, tomorrow I'm just going to say console.writeLine. All of you carefully observe. 0, 1, 2, 3, like this, 99, and then I am writing val 1, val 2, val 3, val 4, val 100. Now tell me, how many values am I passing to the method? How many? Louder. 101, not 100. It is 1, not 1. Array, these are 100 now. This is 1 totally. 1, not 1. How many values are you substituting? 100. But the number of values I'm passing to the method is 1, not 1. But now the doubt is the method defined with 1, not 1 parameters? Array, the method is defined with 10. You can pass 10 only. If the method is defined with 1 parameter, you can pass 1 only. Just now we saw. The method takes 1, we can pass only 1. But now the question is the WriteLine method defined with 1, not 1 parameters? You're passing 1, not 1 values. Is it defined with 1, not 1 parameters? No, it is defined only with 2 parameters. Only 2? Yes, it is defined only with 2. Concentrate on this. This is how the method is defined. Public, static, void, WriteLine. Okay, string, format. Second, params. That is how it is defined. Did you understand? What is the first one? String format. Yeah, look at there. You're giving the string format there. You're just in the double quotes. You're giving your string format. Understood? Okay. Second one. That's a params object array. That is a params object array. See, all these values are built as a array now. All these values are built as an array now, and they're passed to the object array. Are you clearer or not? That is where you have a chance of substituting 1 values, 2 values, 3 values, 100 values, 1000 values also. No problem, because that is a array. Is the point clear, all of you? When you want to use this, there are 2 restrictions basically. When you want to use this, there are 2 restrictions. The first restriction, only one parameter of the method can use params. Only one parameter of the method can use params. What is the meaning? Suppose tomorrow you want to write like this: public void add nums, and you're writing params, integer array args1 comma params double array args2. You're writing like this. Invalid, guys. That is invalid. Why? Only one parameter can use the params. Multiple parameters cannot use. So this is invalid. Is it clear, all of you? Yes or not? Second restriction. What is the second restriction? You know, the second restriction is, look, this is not possible. What is not possible? Is also invalid. Did you understand what is the difference? For the first parameter, we cannot use params. It should be only to the last parameter. It should only be to the last parameter. Is this valid? That is valid. Did you understand? Params can be used only on the last parameter. I already confirmed it. Only one. And that should be the last one. These are the 2 restrictions. Clear or not? These are the 2 restrictions here. What is the first restriction? Multiple parameters of a method cannot use params. Only one parameter can use. Second restriction, the parameter which is using params should be the last. The last cannot be the first. Cannot be the first. These are the 2 restrictions what we have with the params here. Okay. So this is your things, guys. You can see. This is about the params keyword, about the params keyword. And example, the right line method. It is defined with the 2 things. First one is string format. Second one, params object array. Params object array. That's why you're able to call it however you want in your codes. Okay, now? And the 2 restrictions what we have. What is that? Last parameter of the method. Okay. Finally, one thing is left out here. What is that? Default value. Only one thing left out, that is the default value. Yeah, this is what is equals to default. Nothing is nothing special with the default value. I'll add you another method here. Public void add nums int x comma int y comma int z. Simple code I'm writing here. Sum console dot right line sum of given 3 numbers is. Here it is fixed now. 3 numbers only is x plus y plus z. It will print you the sum of the 3 numbers. Nothing special with the method. Simple method. Now tell me, when I call this method add nums, I need to pass 3 values or not? Tell me, if I pass 1 value or 2 value, will the method execute? No, it won't execute. Compulsory you should pass 3 values. Obj dot add nums, see 100, comma 100, comma 100. I'm passing 300s only, but you see the result. Nothing special with this method. But guys, don't forget here, if I call like this, it's an error. What is the error? Array, there is no method which takes 2 parameters. The method takes 3. See the error. Just now I shown you. There is no argument given to the corresponding formal parameter. Z array, there is no value for Z. It is telling you now. Because your method is defined with 3, you're passing only 2. So no value for third parameter. The third parameter name is Z. Understood, all of you? But guys, when you're defining a method, there is an option of passing a default value to a parameter like this. There is an option of passing a default value to a parameter of the method like this. So what do they use? If you pass a default value like this, when calling the method, passing value to the default parameter is optional. Passing value to the default parameter is optional. Means now you can call the method in two ways. You understand one thing? You can pass value for X and Y. Z will use default. You can pass value for X, Y, Z also. Then default won't come. If I pass, whatever I pass only will be taken. If I don't pass, default value will be taken. Guys, observe it. Earlier that gave an error. Now it is not an error. The output is 225. Check out. Are you clearer? Sir, can I pass? Yeah, you can pass here. No problem. You can pass it also. 100, 100, 100. I'm passing. Now default value will not come. What will come? What I passed only will come there. Point clear. So when will default value come into action? When you don't pass a value. If you pass a value, default values are not used. Okay, guys, listen. I'm passing a default value for this also. Now tell me, passing value only for X is mandatory now. Correct or not? Observe. Obj dot, sorry, add nums, passing value for X. What is the output? 175 is the output. 175. Observe this, in the first case, you passed the value only for X, so that Y and Z are using default. Second case, you pass the value for X and Y. Z is using default. Third, you're passing value for X, Y, Z. Correct? Can I pass value for X and Z? Did you understand my question? I pass value for X and Y here, but I want to pass value for X and Z, not for Y. Why should you use default value? How to write? Obj dot add nums. If I pass a value like this value goes to X now. If I put a comma and write 100, this value goes to Y, not for Z, correct? But I want to pass the value for Z. How should I pass value for Z now? You cannot put off commas wherever you want here. If you put off comma, that is a syntax error. You cannot put off commas wherever you want. That's an error. Are you clear? Error C. But if I don't, actually the value is going for Y. But to whom do you want to send a value? So tell that. Tell that. What is it? This value is not for Y. This value is for Z. So the value will go to Z now and run the code. Because Y is using the default. Y is using the default. Are you clearer or not? Okay, so like this, we are just going to pass on the values whatever you have. So did you understand about the default now? So using default, you can make them optional. Using default, you can make them optional. Here also we have some rules here. What are the rules, you know? The first rule with the default is, sorry, for the first rule when you're passing default is, default values can be given only to the last parameters. Means, only to the last parameters means, I can do this. I'm giving a default value like this. Is it valid? Valid. But this is not valid. What is not valid? Did you understand that? See here, if you have default values, they're optional parameters. If you don't have a default value, that's a mandatory parameter. Now Z is optional or mandatory. So mandatory parameter cannot be in the last. Mandatory parameter should always be in the first. Last optional parameter should come. Okay? If you pass all the three, not a problem at all. All the three are optional. All the three are optional. But the reverse cannot be done. What is it? Always first should be mandatory parameters. and the last should be optional parameters. This is the restriction for default values. So did you understand about the parameters now? Guys, 3 days I started with the methods and I explained you all the things. This is how you define methods here. Any method, whatever you come across tomorrow, should fall in what I said you all see. There is no chance to get anything outside of this at all. Regarding parameters and regarding return types. Is it clear? So tomorrow, wherever you go, anything should come in only the list what I said to you. There is no chance to get anything outside of what I did not explain for you. Everything should be within these particular limitations only. I hope you are clear. Yes or not? Okay, everything I just shown you about the methods. Practice them, guys. Next class we'll do one thing. Actually, we learned about instance creation. I did not talk more about this because I explained about methods. Again, I don't want to go back. I completed the methods. Tomorrow I'll tell you, Monday I'll tell you what happens when you create an instance, memory allocations, and all the things we'll learn in the next session about instance creation. Okay, now? So complete everything till now by tomorrow. Anything you don't understand, I said you the solution. Debug. Are you clear? Debugging. You're not getting the output. Put a breakpoint and debug so that you'll understand what is the mistake, what is the problem. So debugging is the solution to fix the errors and to understand the logic also. Put breakpoints everywhere and just start debugging the code. Okay, let's stop here. We'll meet on Monday. Ganesh did not understand your question. When we declare after